Then you got the 31st seed, Eala. She gets a bye in the first round. She'll take on either Siegemund or Marchenko in the second round.
The 2026 Miami Open draw has just been unveiled, and one matchup is already creating major excitement. Eala is set to go head-to-head with Laura Siegmund, a player recognized for her controversial tactics and her skill at frustrating opponents not just with her style of play, but also with her psychological strategies. While this matchup is expected to deliver an intriguing contrast in styles, it is also developing into a mental showdown. The question is, how will Eala deal with the mind games that Siegemund is famous for? Laura Siegmund has long been one of the most debated figures on the WTA Tour, not only for her performance, but also for her conduct both on and off the court. It is widely known that Siegemund's tactics often go beyond just the physical side of the game. Known for using delay strategies to control the tempo, unsettle her opponent, and gain a mental edge, Siegemund has been involved in several controversies, and this clash with Eala at the Miami Open will certainly be no exception. This is not just speculation about Siegemund's past behavior, as these incidents are well recorded and frequently discussed. A notable example occurred at the US Open where Siegemund competed against Coco Gauff, one of the sport's emerging stars. Throughout that match, Siegemund intentionally reduced the pace of play, whether by taking extra time between points, requesting extended medical timeouts, or using other stalling methods, doing everything possible to disrupt Gauff's rhythm. After Gauff brought the issue to the umpire's attention, a time violation was issued, which only appeared to escalate Siegemund's reaction. During the post-match press conference, Siegemund argued that her movements were slowed due to the intensity of the match and that the time violation was unjustified, but anyone watching could tell this was more than simple fatigue, as it was a calculated approach aimed at interrupting Gauff's momentum, and Siegemund then portrayed herself as the victim when things did not go in her favor.
Less than a zero because they treated me bad. Like, they treated me like I was a cheater, like I was like trying, sneaky ways to win this match or something. They treated me like I was a bad person. But there are people who are throwing rackets, who are screaming, who are like making bad gestures toward
The drama did not end there. Siegemund's behavior carried over into the 2026 Australian Open, where she was once again accused of attempting to catch her opponent, Hughes, off guard by serving while her opponent was clearly unprepared, and although Siegemund won the point, she once again found herself surrounded by controversy. When Hughes asked for the umpire's involvement, Siegemund accused the official of bias, arguing that they were unfairly favoring her opponent, and the umpire ultimately had to step in to pause the match. But yet again, Siegemund's actions raised concerns. This repeated pattern of engaging in psychological tactics and then protesting when called out has become a defining trait of Siegemund's career. But now, as Siegemund prepares to face Eala, she is going up against a player who has also been tested mentally. Eala has experienced her own share of challenging moments, especially involving disputed calls and authority figures on the court, and she understands what it means to deal with mental obstacles that go beyond just playing the game itself, as she has confronted adversity directly and consistently proven that she has the mental strength to overcome it. One of the most significant examples of Eala's resilience came during the 2026 Australian Open qualifiers, where she was already in a difficult match and was unfairly penalized by officials, with points taken away from her and even replayed in a way that prevented her from advancing to the next round. But instead of stepping back, Eala responded the way she always does best, by standing her ground, requesting a review of the decision, and to the surprise of many, the call was overturned and the point was replayed. This moment was not just about correcting a call, but about defending her position when the system seemed to be working against her, showing that Eala does not rely solely on her physical abilities, but also possesses the mental strength to challenge the system when necessary. This was not the only time Eala has dealt with such adversity. Another difficult moment came during her match against Iga Swiatek, one of the top players in the world and a Grand Slam champion, where Eala was performing exceptionally well and putting up a strong challenge against a player of Swiatek's level, but the match was affected by officiating decisions that threatened to shake her confidence, Yet Eala remained composed, stayed focused, and refused to let the distractions interfere with her performance, and even when questionable calls were made, she maintained her composure and continued to fight back, ultimately demonstrating her resilience and ability to rise above obstacles. For Eala, this is what separates her from others. While Siegemund may attempt to use mind games and frustrate her with delay tactics and psychological pressure, Eala is already familiar with performing under intense pressure and has developed the experience needed to handle adversity, whether it involves questionable officiating or the mental challenges of competing against the best players in the world. And this experience will be essential as she faces Siegemund in Miami. However, it is not only Eala's experience that makes her a formidable opponent, but also her preparation. As part of her training for the Miami Open, Eala has been working alongside Joel Faria, an emerging talent on the ATP Tour, whose aggressive playing style and mental toughness make him an ideal training partner as she prepares for the psychological challenge presented by Laura Siegmund. And training with Faria allows Eala to refine her technical abilities while also strengthening her mental approach, which will be crucial when Siegemund attempts to disrupt her rhythm on the court. Faria's style is built on intensity and focus, two qualities that Eala is determined to embrace as she prepares for the upcoming challenge, because while Siegemund is known for trying to mentally break her opponents, Eala has developed the perfect response, as she has faced difficult situations before and built the mental resilience needed to remain calm, composed, and focused regardless of the circumstances. And by working with Faria, she has continued to strengthen the mindset required to handle Siegemund's tactics and stay locked in on her performance. Ultimately, this matchup is not just about physical ability, but about who can better manage the psychological battle that Siegemund will almost certainly try to initiate, and Eala is fully aware of these tactics and is prepared, as she has previously dealt with intense pressure from both officials and opponents and has consistently found ways to succeed. And her training with Faria has been specifically designed to ensure that she is mentally ready for whatever challenges come her way. As the 2026 Miami Open approaches, the stage is set for a thrilling and emotionally charged showdown between Eala and Laura Siegmund, where Siegemund will likely rely on her mental strategies to disrupt Eala, but the young star is ready, as she has faced adversity, handled difficult situations with officials, and emerged stronger each time. And she will not allow Siegemund's tactics to interfere with her performance, but instead aims to rise above them and prove that she is a powerful presence both on and off the court. This match is about more than just tennis, as it will be a true test of mental strength and determination, raising the question of whether Siegemund can break Eala's focus with her psychological tactics or if Eala's resilience and preparation with Faria will prove too strong to overcome. But one thing is certain, this is a matchup that fans will not want to miss, as the Miami Open 2026 promises to deliver an incredible display of skill, strength, and mental toughness, and Eala is ready to take on the challenge directly. If Siegemund believes she can break her, she may be in for a surprise, because Eala is not backing down this time, as she has the experience, preparation, and mindset needed to come out on top, and this showdown between Eala and Laura Siegmund is shaping up to be a psychological battle that could be remembered for years, with Eala fully equipped to handle Siegemund's tactics and rise above the tension. And with Faria's guidance combined with her own determination, she is ready to prove that she is not just an emerging talent, but a serious force in the world of tennis.